Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'll be browsing another type of Roblox game, which the category is horror. Come with me to see if these games are scary or not. Two things real quick. After every game I'll be putting a fun scale and scary scale out of 10 after I'm done talking about the game. The scales or the meters look like this. The higher the number, the better. Also, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And with that said, let's get into our first game. The first game I picked is Doors. Impressions? This game looks polished, and yes, I have played this game before. If you look at my defs, I did try making this video before of Roblox horror games, but sadly the files were deleted when I went to go edit it. Anyways, you get into the elevator and listen to some epic gamer music. Well, what do you do in this game? Well, it's kind of like an endless runner combined with the back rooms and a linear space, because it feels like all the rooms are the same, but they all are randomly generated, the maps, and there's endless amount of hotel rooms. I don't know if there's end to this game, I don't think there is. So you travel through this hotel just wandering aimlessly trying to find something, I guess. Maybe the way out? I'm not too sure. And you're not alone, you can do this adventure with up to 4 friends, but most importantly, there are some foes in this place. The enemies in this game vary from insta-kills to just jump scares to damage dealers, but I'll list a few that I encountered while playing this game. I found Peep. This guy makes a psst noise when he's about to attack you. He's really annoying. And next is Eyes. He's a ball of eyes, look at him and you take damage. He's also annoying. Timothy the Spider can jump out of drawers and damage you. Got Rush, the most common enemy. He rushes through the room, killing you instantly if you don't hide. You know when he's around because the lights will start flickering. You also hear a noise when he comes and the ground will start shaking. And there's this guy called Dupe. He hides behind fake doors and when you open them he damages you and jump scares you. And there's many more enemies, but there's also something better. Boss battles. Yo, what? This guy looks like he just came out of the womb or something. Anyways, the first boss you find is Seek. You know where you're coming close to him because the amount of eyes on the walls will increase. And from what I noticed, he tends to spawn from like door late 20s to early 30s. How the boss battle plays out is run like a bitch until you reach the other side. You'll be ducking under bookshelves and making sharp turns and avoiding massive fires and hands. If he catches you while you kinda die, and for the fire or hands, they don't kill you instantly, but using them too much will kill you, just like drugs. And also, I really like the music to this area. It's very fun and fitting, and it makes it even more intense than it already is. The next boss is the Figure. He appears in room 50 and room 100. How he works is you have to find books with a code to open the door to get out. This is kinda easy if you know how to evade the Figure. He's blind, so make sure you don't make too much noise or else he'll chase you and kill you. The best counter is to hide in a corner where he's near you, and don't move, and do not hide in closets, because I tried that before, and he actually killed me and found me in the closet somehow. He's not a hard boss, but it's a fun one for sure. It is a little annoying and confusing to find the pages though, because they're hard to scan the bookshelves, but eventually blue lights will appear and show you where they are. And there's little shapes in the corner that tell you what numbers correspond with that shape for the code. Overall, this guy was a fun boss fight. Fun to figure out how he works and figure out how the code system works. And the music here isn't terrible. Has an eerie vibe to it. But definitely isn't as good as the Seek music. Not as like adrenaline boosting. You might think the odds are against you, but there are some items in this game to help you survive. Like the lockpick, which allows you to open doors that have locks on them and skip them without finding the key. And you can use this item up to 2 times. There are pills that give you a temporary speed boost, flashlights, and a lighter, which is a worse version of a flashlight, and a candle, a worse version of the lighter, which all allow you to see in the dark and survive Peep's attacks. But I'm not too sure if the lights actually help you survive Peep, because I did have times when he would attack me while I'm holding a lighter or using the flashlight. But I don't know if that's a bug or intentional, I'm not too sure. You can get most of the items from finding them in drawers or buy them before the round starts. After the encounter of the Figure, you'll find Jeff's shop selling more items like flashlights, pills, a cross, and a skeleton key, and a lockpick. And the two of these items are better than normal. The skeleton key lets you open doors an endless amount of times, and the cross, I'm not too sure what it does because I wasted it by accident. I never figured out what it did. The tip jar, I'm not sure what it does as well. And the lockpicks and pills are just the same as the normal default items. Just like this shop, before you start the game, you spend your coins here to buy any items or give any tips you want to spend. And the music in this room sounds really good. I think it's pretty cool and I enjoyed listening to it for the whole 2 minutes I was here. On the fun scale, it gets an 8.5 out of 10, and it's really fun, especially with your friends. But the downfall is losing motivation. If I die at a high numbered door, like door 70 or 60, I tend to lose motivation to actually play it again because that's a lot of time I just wasted playing it. And for its scariness, this game's not very scary. It's like a 5 out of 10 for me. I'm not shitting my pants while I'm playing it, but I did get caught off guard and like jump a little when Timmy or like one of those jump scare enemies got me for the first time. Overall, if I were you, I'd give this game a try if you're ever bored. I think it's pretty good. But with that said, let's get on to our next game. The second game I picked is Don't Sleep. Impression: this game doesn't look as good as Doors, but that doesn't matter, as long as the gameplay is fun, right? Also, quick note, unlike Doors, there are Roblox items all over the place, showing that the developer's main motive is money. And like Doors, you get into an elevator with 8 players instead. Fuck yeah! And as we load in, we see a guy telling us we need to be mewing. In the game, we meet this guy named Change, the guide of this game, and he tells us a heater is down. Oh no! And we need to fix it by finding batteries around the house. Once found, Change leaves the house to go repair it, and 30 minutes later, we hear him screaming. Oh shit. Oh no, Change must have spilled his juice box. What happened here? Or maybe he was trans and got on his period or something, who knows. But there's also this creepy note that says don't sleep, and a timer on the top of the screen that does absolutely nothing. Then we all feel very tired, but the note told us to stay awake. So we sleep anyways, even though the game told us not to. But you have to, and when you do sleep, your legs disappear. And what happens if you don't sleep? You fall into little bitty pieces. So I guess you have to sleep, even though the game tells you not to. I don't know, it's kind of weird. And then the main villain appears. Who the fuck is that? He looks like a demented Mickey Mouse with those long ass arms, big ass jaw. And this is followed by a long and boring chase segment. It feels like you're running around in circles for like 10 to 5 minutes, just avoiding his attacks. He can teleport to you, which is kind of unfair, and does like a quarter of your health. And he gets stuck very easily, which makes it kind of boring to run from him, because he just gets stuck on a corner of a wall or something. Or he can also get trapped in the beds too, which looks pretty funny. And we get baseball bats that you can't even use to fight against him, like we all team up on him and kill him. But nope, we just sit around with our wooden sticks and might as well shove them off our ass, because they're so useless. And then Blood just dips up the ladder that probably goes to the attic or just out on the roof. Then we all shit our pants around the building because it's unsafe. And now we want to build a ladder to climb up to the roof, look through a window, supposedly where the monster has gone. Why are we doing this? Why are the characters in this game so retarded? And where did this pile of wood come from? We could easily use this to beat the shit out of that monster. Then the monster gives us a note telling us it's inside of our mom. And then we have to cross this river. It looks more of like a swimming pool with like big rock cubes in it. But anyways, it's easy as hell to cross. And I haven't mentioned it yet, but our characters do talk at the top of the screen. It's really cringe and also funny because they lose their shit a lot in the most common of events. After some hard parkour, we make it to the corn maze, and it says enter at your own risk. And the person at the top of the screen is like, are we sure about this? How can they even read it? They have no eyes and no face for that matter. Then we find the scarecrow. He has a note on him telling us to go back, look in the basement. I don't know why this is here, who put this here. And this maze was easier than traversing my local Walmart to find the frozen food section. On our way back, we see him in our house, standing in front of the ladder and the drawers. So we have to hide in the shed so he doesn't get us. Oh, thank goodness he didn't see us. Oh, I thought he was gonna get us there. Like, I thought he was gonna climb to the window for some reason. And why is the window even open in the first place? We should have shut that. Thank goodness we're okay, though. Our sheer luck on this adventure is just fucking predictable. Into the basement, you just kind of wait around for a bit until the timer's end, and it'll show you a note saying you need to push the bookshelf the way to jump down the elevator shaft. After using our big muscles to push the thing out of the way, we can finally go down. Well, after a little bit, there's a visible wall in the way. We drop them into the SCP Foundation, how it looks like, and we can finally use our bats. Yay! And this takes a long time. I will show you how long it takes in this sped up footage. After our escape, we finally make it to this parkour area of floating beds, and if you fall off, you fall in the void and die. I made it to this part about 4 to 3 times and never got past it. I would always die in this stupid bed. And I don't feel like playing through this game another like 10 times just to get past this, so yeah, that's my review here. On the fun scale, I'll give it a 4 out of 10. It's pretty fun with friends. Like I was playing with that gamer guy, I made a blast. He kept laughing at all the stupid things this game does. But alone, I would say it'd be pretty boring and repetitive, and I can't play it more than like 10 times. I'll probably get bored after a while. And for scariness, it's not scary at all. Unless you're the age of 2, then you might find that scary, but if you're over that age, you'll probably just find it more funny and ridiculous. Overall, this is the type of horror game I expect from Roblox. Not too scary, but pretty fun to play through. On to our next game. The next game is The Intruder. Unlike the other games, this one has game modes. We start on the mine shaft, and this game looks pretty good from the first impressions. I hope all the game modes are not the exact same game. First thing when you load in, you see a difficulty option. And you know, me and that gamer guy has to pick the hardest ones. As you can tell from our series, we like challenges. And if you can't tell, I picked the mine shaft for the first one. And what's with all these horror games and elevators? I guess they have a weird elevator fetish on Roblox or something. And as we go down this rickety ass thing, we keep hearing this thing just talk to us. I don't even know what this sound is. I mean, take a listen. It just sounds like a walkie-talkie or maybe a radio going off. But they should definitely add some dialogue. This is the sound. So the goal here is to keep on all 5 generators to get our percentage up to 100% so we can leave. But there's a catch. There's a guy down here trying to kill you, or thing, I'm not sure what it is. But it kind of plays out like Dead by Daylight, but you have to avoid an enemy or a killer as you fix 5 generators to power the exit. It's not the hardest game though, or in this game mode it's not the hardest, because on normal and easy you can get out pretty easy if you just hide from him and always know where he is and fix the generators if he destroys them. So basically it's hide and seek in the dark, and if you get found, you get murdered instead of being found, or a Dead by Daylight ripoff. But it was kind of fun, I guess. It did take a long time to finish it. I did manage to beat this one, but forgot to record and lost my footage. And how it goes, you get in the elevator, and this guy asks you to come in. But our announcer said no one else is down here, so he left him to die. And I believe he also is the intruder in disguise. Even if he was the intruder, the piece of shit never helped us actually fix the generators, so he doesn't deserve to live. Next one is The House. This one is basically Five Nights at Freddy's, because you had to watch the cameras to see where the intruder is in your house. And there's even a story to it. There's this maniac on the loose, which is the intruder, and he's trying to kill us. If you see in the bottom left corner, there's anxiety and awareness. Awareness is the intruder knowing where you are, so the higher it gets, the more likely he is to enter your room. He knows where you are because the lights are on, and if the damn phone keeps ringing and talking, the awareness will go up and he'll come to you. And how the anxiety works is, if you're not on the cameras or you don't see the intruder for a long time, your anxiety goes up, and how you get it down is looking at the cameras. And these two are really annoying, because you have to multitask both of them, but you have to do the complete opposite for both of them. And both reach 100, you die, or one reaches 100, you die. Also, losing power makes your anxiety go up, and you have to fix the fuse box, and if your awareness is up, he'll kill you. And sometimes the closet doesn't work, that you hide in to get your anxiety down. So, yeah, this one's really hard. I didn't manage to beat it, I always died, and I think it's basically impossible for me to beat it. Next one is the Oak Deer Inn. And this one's actually story driven. Okay, so the first thing you do is you go to the front desk, talk to the deer furry, and she gives you the key to go find your room. I just thought I'd mention, there's also like random NPCs all around. You can talk to them, but they don't really offer anything. They're just kind of there. And damn, this bitch is bad. I have to screw around the hotel lobby for a little bit, talk to the baddies. We get to our room, which was hard to find, by the way. It was on the 2nd floor, and I never mentioned that. And you never guess what we do next. We play FNAF. And since I'm bad at the FNAF game modes in this game, I didn't manage to beat it. And I died in like 3 minutes. And you have 3 hearts, but I don't know what they do. I guess they give you lives, but I still lost all of them and died. Because I'm bad at video games. The next one is Santa's Lodge. This was also story driven, but I don't remember what it is. And the only reason I'm at Santa's Lodge is to beat the shit out of him for giving me a piece of shit in a box for Christmas. Once you find the cabin, you place cameras around to catch the suspecting ghost or spirit that's here. You also light a bunch of candles to see because it's dark as shit in here. And there's also a bunch of like cryptid writing and scary pictures all over the place. After you set up all the cameras and light up the candles, you take a nap in this dirty ass place. I don't know why you would do that. But anyways, you catch on the cameras a chair moving. A chair? A chair. What the fuck's wrong with me? Now, with the knowledge of the chair moving, we have to uncover the secrets of this place. We go into the deep dark basement to find a crowbar to uncover the secrets of this place. And then the bad guy comes in. Once the intruder gets here, then you have to escape from him. He's a tall, black stick man with glowing eyes. But it's basically impossible because he's faster than you and you're in a tiny box. I tried to go around, I got killed. How am I supposed to escape this guy? The next game mode is the mall, and it's another Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff. Boo! So boring. Same deal as the other one, just try to survive until, I don't even know when, 6 a.m. I assume? And you win. But it's way too hard for me to beat, and I'm not trying it. The story of this one is, you wake up in the same asylum, you're a patient, and everyone's gone. Presumably, they're all dead, and all the cells are unlocked, and your goal is to escape the place by going in the elevator. Once you find the key, it allows you to access the employees only room, which has a generator, and once you turn it on, you can get on the elevator to get out of this place. Okay, my basic plan about this game mode is there's no markers, so you're basically freeballing it the whole time. You have to find the generator on your own and find the elevator on your own, which is kind of annoying because they don't stand out. Everything looks the same. All the doors look the same. Some of the doors look like walls. Some of them look like windows. I mean, I'm just blind, but I never found any of them. That's a lie. I did find the generator pretty quickly, but the elevator took me a while to find. I am blind, and looking back at the footage, it was pretty easy to spot. But after a while, it just took me forever. I don't know why. Okay, I finally found the elevator. I know that clip was short because it was sped up and I cut it down. I just spent like 30 minutes walking back and forth just trying to find this damn thing. And you know what my reward is? Another Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff. And now I have to look at this long-faced piece of shit on the cameras as he's trying to kill me. I have to wait for the generator to power, and I never beat this. You do get unlimited lives though to try this, but I'm not doing it because I died 4 times. And I'm not trying again because it's boring. And that's all for this game. On the fun scale, it's a 5 out of 10. It's not a terrible game. Playing on your own is okay. It does get boring, repetitive after a while because when you die, they restart everything and it feels quite defeating when you die, and I don't want to do all that work again. But with a group of buddies, it can be pretty fun because you guys just laugh around giggling because how funny this game is and some of the bugs it has and just how ridiculous it can be sometimes. But for scariness, it's only a 4 out of 10 because the enemies are just stickmen with circles for heads and a smiley face on them basically. So overall, it's an okay game. Too much FNAF for me, and yeah, on to the next game. The next game we have is The Mocker, Horror. The first thing I notice about this game is you don't start in a damn hotel lobby and have to get in a damn elevator. At the beginning of the game, you see this cutscene of a volcano erupting, and you spawn in this really dark cave. After a while roaming around the cave, you just get teleported to this random house, and I assume it's your house, but I'm not 100% sure. Once you arrive at the house and look around for a bit, you find out you're locked inside. You need to find a key. For some reason, you're locked inside your own house, and the lock is on the inside and not on the outside. And once you're done inside the house, you walk down a nice little path to the barn to find another key to get to your basement. I don't know why it's in the barn. I don't know how I got in. I think you go through the window. Okay, after finding the key, I head back to my house, go in the basement, and I have to move this porch out of the way to go down to a secret mine shaft, or I don't really know what it is, a cave. Okay, I found the basement. Inside there's a fucking elevator. You can't make a Roblox horror game nowadays without an elevator being included. And, what is that thing? To be honest, he kind of looked like that Trevor Henderson monster, like the red skeleton with no legs, who kind of like shimmies around. But, like the last game, you have unlimited lives that keep trying to find the key to open the elevator door so I can go down more. The enemy here is this big skeleton horse looking thing, and he's pretty easy to avoid. His AI is really bad, causing him to start doing this, getting stuck in random poles, and he moves at the same speed as you, so he's pretty easy to avoid. And you can just walk around him when he's doing this, because he won't kill you, because he's kind of retarded. After escaping the very dangerous skeleton horseman, I did find the key and managed to get down to the next part of this game, which took me on an elevator ride. At this point, I don't even know what I'm playing anymore. This feels like a fever dream. I was in a nice barn house, get teleported through the basement in this dark, like, hell place. I was in a mine shaft, got chased around by a skeleton man, and now I'm riding like a roller coaster Ferris wheel type thing. I don't even know what's going on. Now, after the roller coaster ride, I get my new objective: destroy 5 eggs while being chased by this guy. You get a flamethrower to destroy these eggs, and their symbol is a Team Fortress 2 pyro. And I just want to mention, why does the pyro look so weird from Team Fortress 2? His eyes are popping outside of his mask, his nose is not centered, and it just looks weird all in all. It's just kind of funny too. Once you destroy the eggs, the game tells you to run for your life as you're being chased by that big skeleton man. And you can even see his arms reaching over you. I guess it's a race to the exit because he didn't even try to kill me. And then he gets crushed by a bunch of rocks. And I'm invisible, I guess. And that's the end of the game. Felt very, I don't know what to say. It was a beautiful game. 3 out of 10 for scariness, because the enemies are very janky with their movement, and they're not that scary. They're just big skeletons that are in a red texture. And the funness is so low is because the game's just so short. Not much happened. It was a little bit funny when the enemies bugged out and stuff, but overall wasn't the funnest thing ever. Maybe with friends it might be fun, but it wasn't that fun alone. The final game of this video is short, creepy stories. The first game I picked is this one where you play as a criminal, and this one just straight up broke. I kept trying to reset it over and over again, but no matter what I did, it just broke. Even when I got my gun and mask, like it told me to do, it still broke. This damn truck never let me drive it. No matter how many times I tried, I reset this game mode 6 times. 6 times going through that long rolling screen, just for nothing. So I tried another story, which was this gas station one. And this one was incredibly boring. Nothing happened. You clean up the store a little bit, serve a few customers, which were all dickheads, and that's really it. A dead body on the roof, which isn't scary, a few jump scares, and one more thing. There's a shitter with a bunch of gang symbols all over it, written in the ancient Chinese. I think that's Chinese, I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's really all that happens in this game mode. You see a haunted shitter, get jump scared by a black figure, deal with some bitchy customers, see a dead guy from 7 Days to Die, and that's really it. I even got soft off in this one. Didn't know how to progress further, so I gave up and never played it again. These stories sucked. They were boring in their scariness. I would give them credit though, because they did use a different art style than the normal Roblox one, but they weren't scary. It was so slow and boring. Nothing happened. The jump scares are so basic, just like an object coming towards you, and a few scary writings, and maybe a dead body. And it's not even fun. I tried this game a long time ago, and there was a story I did. It took us like an hour to beat, because he walked so slow, and we finally did. The chase scene happened, which was unfair, because you're in a maze, and the enemy that's chasing you is way faster than you, killing you instantly, and he even spawn killed me over and over again. This game just sucks. And that is all from me on my take on Roblox horror games. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I hope you have an amazing day or night. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.